And just in case, yeah, now we are recording, so I'm going to go back and do some of that again. So here we are, folks. Okay, I realised I wasn't recording for some reason there briefly, so I'll go back in and get the Viking longboat in case I didn't get it already. But what I'll do is I'll just turn my camera around. So here is the reconstruction based on a petrified Viking longboat. I wasn't recording the first time, but there's the front, that's the bow, that's the stern, or sorry, fore and aft, so sorry, yeah, stern is another word for the back of the boat, but fore and aft, yeah, and here's a Viking representation of a warrior, coming up the Blackpool, which is called Dublin in their own language, which is where we get the name Dublin from. So Dublin, the Blackpool, became Dublin, the city. So folks, I'm just taking you on a preamble here. But I hope you're all having a beautiful day. I want to say a special shout out to a bunch of people who have been nothing but supportive of my journey into recovery. It's been a rocky road. I'm still on the road. I'm certainly not completely without sin. I have my days where I falter, but that's not the main reason for this video. The main reason for this video is I had occasion to pass by Christchurch. Here we see another beautiful angle. And as I said, folks, not a drop of mortar or cement between any of those bricks. That's ancient architecture, sacred geometry, and it was built by the 4 provincial Knights Templars of Ulster, Munster, Connaught and Leinster, and their suits of arms, their armour is still hanging inside where they have the mass on a Saturday. And it was a Roman Catholic church, and at some time became Church of Ireland, which is Ireland's version of England's Protestantism. So it would have had to do with with the Orange Lodges and what have you, and William of Orange, Battle of the Boyne, that kind of thing. But right next to it, we have a wonderful contrast of the Dublin City Corporation building, but they've kind of blended it in to its surroundings by allowing vines and various trees and all around it. So it sort of looks like the buildings are coming out of nature itself, which I think was whoever the architect was in charge of that decision, I think that was a great decision, because it's almost as if the concrete itself is rising out of nature, because you've got all these vines coming up the building. You've all this lovely greenery. You've got some an Irish pine there, or actually that could be a Scots pine. I could be wrong, but I'm not 100% on my pines. But hold on, this has done this again. Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay, so yeah, here we go. This is Dublin City Corporation. So if you're a street performer, that is where you apply for your license. I believe it's 30 or 40 euro without an amplifier, and 80 or 90 with amplification, and that covers you for a year. My only contention with that is you are not insured while you're busking, even though you've paid for a license and you're a subcontractor for Dublin City Corporation. Even if your equipment is stolen, lost or broken while you're carrying a license and it's caught on camera, Dublin City Corporation are under no obligation to help you with the repair of your either lost, stolen, broken, smashed, whatever equipment. And I think that if they raise the price of the license, we should at least have third-party fire and theft insurance that comes with the license, so that, God forbid, something terrible happens to our equipment or to us while we're busking. And we are subcontracting for Dublin City Council when we're playing live. So, we should get the same insurance. I'm not saying we should get full cover VHI and dental. I'm just saying for our equipment and ourselves while we are busking with our license on display, if something was to happen to our equipment, then should the license fee surely not cover any insurance costs, any damage, any repair. because I believe as a subcontractor for Dublin City Corporation, any other worker would be entitled to compensation, would be entitled to medical and dental and so forth. So I just put it to DCC, take that under advisement. It's one of the main reasons that I'm fighting getting a licence at the moment. I've been busking since the 1990s, since there wasn't a requirement for a licence in this country. And the inspectors are very, very good to me. They know I'm on the streets. They know that I really do want to have a licence. But my point of contention being is that even if I buy the licence, I've had guitars taken out of my hands and smashed. And they said, well, what do you want us to do about it? I said, well, I paid for the licence, so surely you can chip in, because everything was caught on camera. And I was just set upon by somebody who had a grudge against me that had nothing to do with music. And they smashed a €450 guitar on the street, and only for an artist who had an exhibition going on in the Temple Bar Gallery across from McDonald's. He saw the incident took place and brought me straight to a guitar shop and bought me a brand new guitar. And I've never been so overwhelmed and emotional and grateful to a complete stranger who's also an artist and saw that my medium had been taken away from me. His medium was canvas and paint, and my medium was taken away from me. So he gave me mine back on that same day. And those sorts of things, they keep my faith in humanity.